Students, we are going to start the next topic, that is the classification of elements. But before the classification of elements, I want to define periodic table, that is the arrangement of the known elements according to their properties in a tabular form. So that tabular form is known as periodic table. Now, what is the historical development of periodic table? So first, Lavoisier gave a classification. He classified the elements into metals and non-metals. That was a very simple classification. After that, Devonier gave a new classification, that is known as Devonier's triads. According to that, he classified the elements in arranged the elements in a group of three, and he said that every middle element has mass is equal to the average of the mass of the first and third element, right? Like you can see in first triad, that is the triad of lithium, sodium and potassium. The mass of sodium, that is exactly equal to the average of the mass of lithium and potassium. Similarly, you can see the another triads, but you are observing that in case of strontium, that mass comes out to be 88, but the average comes out to be 88.5. So he gave in his statement that this mass may be exactly equal to the mass, this average mass, or maybe roughly equal to the this average mass, right? But this classification is not applicable for all the elements, so that's why now we will proceed toward the next classification that was given by Newland, and his classification is known as Newland's law of octave. He arranged the elements in a group of 8. According to his classification, he arranged the elements in order of increasing mass, like you can see hydrogen, lithium, then we have beryllium, boron, carbon, nitrogen, oxygen, fluorine, sodium, so on. Now at that time noble gases were not discovered. So if we are going to take lithium as a first element, then sodium comes out to be 8th element. You can count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. Similarly, if carbon is the first element, then silicon comes out to be the 8th element. But this classification is applicable only up to atomic mass 40, that means only up to calcium. And he also assumed that only 56 elements were discovered and no more elements would be discovered in future. So he gave a restriction that only these elements are present in nature and no more elements would be discovered after that. After that, we have Mendeleev's periodic table. This was a very good classification. He arranged the elements again in order of increasing atomic weight, but he didn't arrange the elements blindly. First, he observed the properties of their oxides and hydrides. Then after that, he arranged the elements in periods and groups. Periods are the horizontal rows in the periodic table, like this, and groups are the vertical columns like this in the periodic table, and there are 6 periods and 8 groups in the periodic table. Now what is his achievements, you can say contribution? So he gave us a systematic study to the elements, because now our elements are in a proper arranged way, that they are in the periods and groups, so we are able to learn more quickly these elements, their properties as well. He also corrected the atomic mass of some of the elements, like we have beryllium. Beryllium initially has atomic mass 13.5, now it comes out to be 9. He also predicted the new elements, like at his time gallium and germanium, these two elements, they were not discovered, but he come to the conclusion that these elements would be placed at this particular slot, and he gave particular name to these elements, like eka aluminium and eka silicon. Now what are the defects of this periodic table? So first defect is the position of hydrogen. As hydrogen, the properties of hydrogen also resemble with the properties of halogens. So why he didn't place hydrogen with halogen? Another one is about the positions of isotopes, like carbon has 2 isotopes, carbon 12 and carbon 14. So these 2 isotopes should get a separate position in the periodic table, but it doesn't happen. So that is another drawback. There are some anomalous pairs, like we have cobalt and nickel. You can see the atomic mass of cobalt and nickel. Cobalt should be after nickel, because it has more atomic mass according to his classification, according to his statement, but it is not so. some dissimilar elements are grouped together, like we have potassium and copper. These two elements, they are totally dissimilar. This is a very reactive element and it is placed with copper, right? So these are the dissimilar elements which are grouped together. Now another periodic table, today's periodic table that comes out to be, and it is the modern periodic table. It was given by Moseley. There are 7 periods and 18 groups in his periodic table. Like you can see the today's periodic table, it is like this, right? So there are 18 groups we have, they are like this. And these first two groups, they are known as, they are going to form S block elements, and they have journal electronic configuration NS122. Then these group number 13 to group number 18, these elements are known as P block elements, and they have journal electronic configuration this. And we have D block elements, the elements between S and P block, they are known as D block elements, and they have journal electronic configuration N-1 D1 to 10 NS1 or 2. We have F block elements, they are placed below the periodic table, right? So these are known as F block elements, and they have journal electronic configuration N-2 F1 to 14, N-1 D0 to 2 and NS2. Now these two block elements, S and P block elements, they are together known as representative elements. D block elements are known as transition elements, and F block elements are known as inner transition elements, because these elements are present in the D block, but they are placed below the periodic table. Now one more problem gets solved, that is the nomenclature of elements after atomic number 100, right? Because day by day new elements are getting discovered, so how we have to give name or symbol to the elements. So these are the digits, and these are the root name, and these are the abbreviation. Like we have to give name to the element which has atomic number 106. So for 1 we will always write un, for 0 we will write nil, and for 6 we will write hex, and we will end it with em. And how to give symbol? Un, U, that should be capital, nil, N, hex,